Manchester United just pulled off a sneaky move in the transfer and no one is talking about it. Yes, he is still a young player, but this player would change how Manchester play their football. Well, how would he play in this current side and what is Amorim's plan for him? Well, let's talk about that. You see, Manchester United's fullback situation is a mess, like a full-blown crisis, and if they don't fix it, Amorim's whole tactical setup could collapse before it starts. First off, let's talk about Noussair Masraoui, because I see some fans thinking he's the answer. Don't get me wrong, he's a quality player, technically gifted, and can hold his own defensively. But here's the thing, he's not a natural wing-back in Amorim's system. In the defensive side of Manchester United, he was at his best when he played as a right-sided defender in a back three, where he could occasionally drift into midfield. That suited his strengths perfectly. But United? They need a proper wing-back who can bomb up and down the flank all game long. Masraoui isn't that guy. Then there's Diogo Dalot. And this one is frustrating because we've already seen what he can do when played correctly. People forget, but when he was on loan to AC Milan, he played as a right wing-back and looked fantastic. He had the freedom to push forward, making overlapping runs and impact the game in the final third. But at United, he's been stuck playing on the left way too often, which completely limits what he can do. His crosses aren't as effective, his movement feels awkward, and it's clear he's being asked to do a job that doesn't fully suit him. And then there is Tyrell Malacia, who has been out for what feels like forever, and even when he came back, it's not like he's been in top form anyway. He's still young and developing, and while he's solid defensively, he's not exactly the explosive wing-back Amorim would ideally want. Then you have Luke Shaw, who's just permanently injured. I mean, when he's fit, we know he's one of the best in the league, but let's be honest, how often is he fit? And even if Shaw and Malacia were fully fit, neither truly fit what Amorim wants from his wing-backs. This is where it gets interesting. At Sporting, Amorim built his system around high-energy attacking fullbacks who could stretch the pitch and constantly provide width. His ideal wing-backs weren't just defenders who could join the attack, they were practically wingers with defensive duties. Pedro Porro and Nuno Mendes thrived under him because they had pace, dribbling ability and attacking instincts to dominate the flanks. Shaw and Malacia? They're more traditional fullbacks. Shaw, for all his quality, doesn't have the constant attacking threat Amorim likes in his system. Malacia, meanwhile, is solid defensively, but not dynamic enough going forward. If you compare them to someone like Porro, who was a machine under Amorim, you can see why they wouldn't be a perfect fit. So what does all this mean? Well, it means United desperately needs a proper attacking-minded wing-back who fits the system, and that's exactly why signing Patrick Dorgu makes so much sense. This guy could be the answer to United's biggest tactical problem. But who is Patrick Dorgu? Dorgu was born in Denmark, but he's of Nigerian descent, which might explain why he's got that ridiculous mix of speed, flair and confidence. He came up through Nordsjælland's academy, which has produced some seriously talented players, like Mohamed Kudus over the years, before moving to Lecce in Italy. So what kind of player is he? Think Alphonso Davies mixed with a young Patrice Evra. That's right, I said it, he's got that blistering pace, that fearless attacking mindset, and a technical ability that makes him way more than just a defensive fullback. This guy loves to take players on, drive forward, and impact the game in the final round, something United's left-backs haven't done in a while. But what's interesting is how many top clubs were circling him before United made their move. Liverpool, Barcelona, even Juventus. They were all watching him because fullbacks like this don't come around often. United moved fast, and for once, they seem to have beaten the competition for a serious talent. The big question is, how does he fit into Amorim's system? Because let's be honest, signing a talented player is one thing, making sure he thrives is another. But before we talk about that, can you please take a moment to subscribe to the channel? It would help us as we have a goal of hitting 20,000 subscribers before the year ends, and your subscription means a lot to achieve this goal. Thank you. Now, back to the video. The acquisition of Patrick Dorgu is a statement in itself, a declaration that the club is ready to adapt, innovate and fix one of its most pressing concerns, the left flank. Under the leadership of Ruben Amorim, Dorgu's arrival could mark the start of something extraordinary. But the key question is, how does he fit into Amorim's technical setup, and what does he bring to the table that United has been missing for so long? And of course, how does he stack up against the other left-back options United has been linked with? Let's delve into the details and see how this transfer could be a game-changer for the Red Devils. To fully understand why Patrick Dorgu is such a fantastic addition to the squad, we first need to take a closer look at Ruben Amorim's style of play. Amorim is known for deploying a 4-3-4 or 4-3-2-1 formation, a setup that thrives on width, pace and fluid attacking transitions. In this system, the wing-backs are vital to the team's overall success, playing a central role in offensive and defensive movements. The wing-back position requires a unique skill set. Players need to be as comfortable defending as they are going forward, and it's here that Dorgu stands out. In Amorim's tactical framework, wing-backs are tasked with three key responsibilities. First, they must stretch the pitch and provide the necessary width. The wing-backs act as constant outlets, making overlapping runs to force the opposition's full-backs to track them. This prevents United's attacking play from becoming too narrow and predictable. Dorgu excels in this area, constantly looking to provide an option for his teammates, whether making a run down the flank or cutting inside to offer a different angle of attack. Second, Amorim's system places a premium on quick transitions from defense to attack. When possession is won back, the wing-backs must be among the first players to burst forward, creating overloads in wide areas and giving their team a numerical advantage. Dorgu has the pace and vision to execute this role perfectly. He's not just a player who waits for the ball to come to him, he actively seeks opportunities to get forward, creating space for his teammates to exploit. Also, his wing-backs must be solid defensively, often finding themselves in one-on-one situations without immediate support from a wide midfielder. This can be a daunting task, but Dorgu is more than up to the challenge. His defensive awareness and positioning allow him to handle these situations with confidence, ensuring that United's back three remain protected. Dorgu's attacking contribution is perhaps the most exciting aspect of his game. Unlike many of United's current left-sided options, Dorgu is relentless in his forward drive. He's not just there to provide width, he's actively looking to break down defences. His dribbling, pace and decision-making in the final third make him a constant threat. One of his standout abilities is taking on defenders. He's not shy about running at opponents, and his quick changes of direction often leave defenders scrambling. Whether cutting inside to take a shot or making a run down the byline to deliver a cross, Dorgu keeps defenders on edge, unable to predict his next move. Crossing has been a weakness for United in recent seasons, with their wide players often failing to deliver quality balls into the box. Dorgu changes that dynamic. He's comfortable whipping in early crosses, delivering acute cutbacks, or making short, clever passes into the box to create goal-scoring opportunities. His deliveries are not only precise, but also well-timed, giving his teammates the best possible chance to score. Moreover, Dorgu's ability to make overlapping runs creates valuable space for United's forwards. With players like Bruno or Alejandro Garnacho operating ahead of him, Dorgu's runs down the left wing pull opposition defenders out of position, creating gaps for United's attackers to exploit. This dynamic movement adds an extra layer of unpredictability to United's attack, making it much harder for defenders to mark their men. But of course, attacking play isn't the only part of a wing-back's job. Dorgu's defensive capabilities are just as impressive. One of his standout traits is his tackling and interception ability. He times his tackles well and has a keen sense of when to step in to stop the ball from advancing. His anticipation is key to breaking up attacks before they get going, which is crucial in a high-pressing system like Amorim's. Another major asset is Dorgu's recovery pace. Unlike some of United's fullbacks who have been caught out when pushed too far forward, Dorgu has the speed to recover quickly. If the opposition wins the ball and attempts to break, Dorgu has the athleticism to track back and prevent dangerous situations from developing. His ability to cover large areas of the pitch quickly gives United's defence the protection it needs when they're caught out of position. When it comes to one-on-one defending, Dorgu excels. He's composed in these situations, using his body positioning and quick footwork to stay tight to his man, making it difficult for attackers to get past him. This is crucial in Amorim's system, where the wing-backs are often isolated in one-on-one duels. Dorgu's confidence and composure would provide United with much-needed defensive stability. The impact Dorgu could have on United's playstyle is hard to overstate. The Red Devils have sometimes appeared predictable, particularly in games where they struggle to break down defensively compact teams. Their attack has often lacked width and their fullbacks haven't been able to progress the ball quickly. With Dorgu, all of that could change. His ability to carry the ball forward from deep positions would relieve some pressure on United's midfielders, allowing them to focus on higher-level play. He would provide an extra option, driving United's attack and stretching the opposition's defence in ways they haven't been able to do before. Furthermore, Dorgu's speed and positioning would help United defend counter-attacks more effectively. One of the team's biggest weaknesses in recent seasons has been their ability to deal with fast transitions. Dorgu's quick recovery would help shore up the defence, preventing opposition wingers from exploiting gaps left by high fullbacks. He would also improve United's link-up play in the final third. While Patrick Dorgu possesses many qualities that make him an exciting signing for Manchester United, no young player is the finished article. The Premier League is an unforgiving environment where even the most talented players can struggle if they don't refine certain aspects of their game. If Dorgu truly wants to succeed at Old Trafford and cement his place in Ruben Amorim's system, there are several key areas he must improve. First, he must improve his defensive positioning and awareness. One of the biggest challenges for any young fullback or wing-back transitioning to the Premier League is defensive discipline. While Dorgu is quick and aggressive in duels, his positioning can sometimes be questionable. In Serie A, he has been able to rely on his pace to recover from mistakes, but the Premier League is a different beast. The speed and intensity of the league mean that a single lapse in concentration can lead to a goal-scoring opportunity for the opposition. To succeed at United, Dorgu must improve his defensive awareness, especially in tracking runners from midfield. Amorim's system demands wing-backs who know when to push forward and when to stay back. If he leaves too much space behind him, United's defence could become vulnerable in transition. Learning to read the game better and anticipate danger before it develops will be crucial for his growth. Another aspect of his games that needs to improve is his decision-making in the final third. Dorgu is an adventurous attacking fullback, but sometimes his decision-making in the final third can be inconsistent. While his dribbling and crossing ability are clear strengths, he occasionally holds onto the ball for too long or makes the wrong choice in key moments. The Premier League requires quick thinking. Opportunities open and close within seconds. If Dorgu wants to become a top-tier wingback, he must refine his ability to assess situations faster. Should he take on his defender or play a quick 1-2? Should he cross early or drive towards the byline? Developing a more instinctive understanding of when to release the ball and when to be direct will elevate his game. Also, his aerial games need to improve. At 5'11", Dorgu isn't exactly small, but aerial duels aren't his strong suit. The Premier League is a physically demanding league where fullbacks are often tested in the air, whether it's dealing with long balls, set pieces, or back post crosses. Opposition teams will quickly identify weaknesses and try to exploit them, especially if Dorgu struggles against taller, more physical wingers. To adapt, he will need to work on his positioning during aerial duels and improve his upper body strength. While he may never be a dominant presence in the air, adding more physicality to his game will help him handle the league's aggressive style. And perhaps the most important factor in Dorgu's success will be his consistency and mentality. The Premier League is relentless. There are no easy games, and mistakes are punished harshly. Young players often struggle with maintaining high performance levels week in and week out. To thrive at United, Dorgu will need to develop the resilience to handle criticism, bounce back from bad performances, and show the determination to keep improving. Players like Patrice Evra and Nemanja Vidic struggled in their first few months at Old Trafford, but worked tirelessly to improve and become club legends. If Dorgu wants to succeed, he must embrace the challenge, stay mentally strong, and show the hunger to develop into a world-class wingback. Patrick Dorgu has all the raw talent to become a key player for Manchester United, but talent alone won't be enough. The Premier League is ruthless, and only the players who evolve, adapt, and improve truly succeed. If he can fine-tune his defensive awareness, decision-making, physicality, and tactical discipline, he has every chance of becoming a game-changer for United. But what do you think? Can he be good at Manchester United? Well, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.